What if I told you there was a car that almost dethroned the Corvette, created by Pontiac as a direct rival to Chevrolet's flagship? Imagine a fire-breathing muscle car built to outpace even the mighty ZR1, wrapped in a body that wasn't much older than a classic muscle car. Well, that car exists, and it's the Pontiac Firehawk. In today's video, we dive deep into the story of this rare and powerful legend. The rivalry between Pontiac and Chevrolet was legendary, and it's a tale of performance, competition, and a little bit of sibling rivalry. At one point, Pontiac wasn't just another brand under General Motors. It was the cool, fast, and fun sibling, while Chevy was more of the reliable, classic choice. Imagine it like this. Pontiac was the Jaeger bomb, and Chevrolet was the Coors Light. Both were good, but Pontiac had that edge, that thrill factor. However, no matter what, Chevrolet had one rule they followed. Nothing under their umbrella could be faster than their crown jewel, the Corvette. Pontiac, though, wasn't one to follow the rules. Known as the fathers of the muscle car, they wanted to push the envelope. They had the Trans Am, the Firebird, and a history of making fast cars. But in 1991, with the third-generation platform coming to an end, Pontiac set out to create something that would challenge the Corvette head-on. This wasn't just another Firebird. This was the Pontiac Firehawk, a car that would take the V8 muscle car to a whole new level, with a build that could rival even the mighty ZR1. And it all started with a company called SLP, the heart of the Firehawk. SLP stands for Street Legal Performance, and they were the magic behind the Firehawk. Founded by Ed Hamburger, a true car enthusiast and entrepreneur, SLP made its name in the performance automotive space, especially with GM's Camaro and Firebird platforms. In fact, they were the first to offer a 50-state emissions legal performance package, boosting the Firebird's power and even improving its fuel economy, a feat no one thought possible in the late 80s. By the early 90s, Pontiac realized just how good SLP's work was, so they partnered with them to create something special. A Firebird so powerful, it might just threaten the Corvette itself. Enter the Firehawk, a high-performance, limited-production Firebird built to impress, both on the road and on the track. What made the Firehawk special? The Firehawk wasn't just another Firebird with a few tweaks. Pontiac and SLP went all out. They started with the Firebird formula model, then outfitted it with a new power plant, a heavily reworked 350 cubic inch GM L98 V8 engine. It wasn't just about more power, it was about creating a machine that could take on the best of the best. This engine boasted new ported heads, lightweight pistons, a forged crankshaft, new connecting rods, and a full exhaust system. The result? A powerhouse that produced an impressive 360 horsepower and nearly 400 pound-feet of torque. But the changes didn't stop there. Gone was the automatic transmission, replaced by a 6-speed manual borrowed straight from the C4 Corvette. This alone made the Firehawk stand out, especially since the manual transmission wasn't even an option for the standard V8 Firebird. The Firehawk also featured an aluminum driveshaft, Dana 44 rear end, and reinforced axles, all to handle the power boost. How fast was the Firehawk? With a curb weight of just 400 pounds, the Firehawk could go from 0 to 60 in a blistering 4.6 seconds, beating many performance cars of the time. It could run the quarter mile in just over 13 seconds and hit a top speed of around 160 miles per hour. This put it in the same league as the ZR1 Corvette and even some exotic cars that cost much more. For performance, the Firehawk was unbeatable at its price point. But you might be wondering, what made the Firehawk even more special? For those willing to spend extra, SLP offered a range of upgrades, including Ferrari F40-inspired 4-piston brake calipers, a lightweight aluminum hood, racing harnesses, and a roll cage. If you really wanted to track the car, these extras made it the perfect track day weapon. So, why was the Firehawk so rare? Despite its incredible performance, the Firehawk was an expensive car. Prices reached up to $50,000 for the fully loaded version. This made it a tough sell, especially since the Corvette ZR1 was priced similarly, had more refinement, and had stronger marketing support from GM. By the time the fourth-generation Firebird came around in 1993, only around 25 Firehawks were produced, making it an ultra-rare collectible. Pontiac's third-gen Firebird was starting to show its age, And while the Firehawk was a monster in performance, it was still based on an aging platform. That, combined with the ZR1's popularity, meant that the Firehawk never received the recognition it deserved. But because of its rarity, this car has become a highly sought-after piece of automotive history today. What happened to the Firehawk? Despite the Firehawk's short-lived run, it wasn't the end of the name. In 1993, with the introduction of the fourth-gen Firebird, SLP brought the Firehawk back to life with a new generation of performance and technology. But that's a story for another video. If you're interested in hearing more about the Firehawk's next chapter, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Pontiac's most legendary cars, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more rare car stories. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of our documentary-style videos on the world's most interesting cars.